Hi everyone, welcome back to Event Advice by CrowdComms. As always, me and Matt together in the office. We've been given the subject of attendance tracking to talk about today.
Exciting.
So let's just jump straight into it. Real insight comes when you really start to dig into the numbers behind what people are doing at your event. Let's start with a bit of a definition before we go too far in.
Mm-hmm.
What do we mean when we say attendance tracking?
Knowing where someone is, the time they spend in certain locations, gives you insight data which might determine the effectiveness of different sessions that you're running alongside other tools, or areas of the event that are most visited, which means you might make decisions on sizes of spaces based on the tracking and movement of people. So it's a really good snapshot of what people have enjoyed, what they've watched, who they've seen, so that you can then make decisions that might affect doing more sessions like the ones that were most visited, or maybe even like spending more on exhibition stands based on the movement of people into certain areas of a event.
Yeah, and I guess the more popular sessions are more valuable to sponsors.
Just because lots of people went to a session and thought they'd enjoy it doesn't mean it's more popular. It means it's more populous. But I always think people think attendance tracking is the answer. It is part of the answer.
Yeah.
I want to know whether people like the session.
Yeah.
I want to know if they engaged with the content. I want to know if they met people that they did business with. I want deeper data. But this is a fundamental data, isn't it?
Yeah.
We ran a session, like when you go, CrowdComms go and run a session, I want to know the people in the room.
Yeah.
Sometimes as part of your package, you'll get the data of the people as well as the number. So look, how many did we get? Who was it? And you look through and you go, brilliant, they're great people to watch our session. But I also want to know were they engaged. So can they give feedback on my session? What was that?
Yeah.
Did they participate in the collaboration pieces that we ran in that session? Were they engaged? Yeah. That's equally as important.
Yeah, how many questions were asked? Did they enjoy it? Because it might be that the title gets them through the door.
Yeah.
And then they hate it.
Demystifying event technology.
Exactly.
Everyone's there. And then they go, AI, 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 AI for 30 minutes. It's a crap session, but the title's got 50 people there. Yeah. Not that I'm really anti-AI, I love it, but it's pretty much every session. They're always full, aren't they? Demystify.
Yeah, it's a good
the crystal
point.
Ball.
The last few, I don't go to a huge amount of events. I go to quite a few exhibitions, but like that we have stands at. It's interesting, actually. I think in those sessions, I don't get asked for my feedback when I've attended one very often.
No, but if an app's good, you'll get a notification.
Yeah.
Please give us feedback for this session. Thanks for attending.
I mean, I guess we're talking about the difference between a virtual and a physical event, right? Because virtually...
I want to know who's at both.
Virtually, it's almost easier to tell attendance, do an alert for feedback.
You've got viewing figures, you've got engagement figures. It's the same though, isn't it?
But
if you track someone into a session,
there's always some. Yeah, but there's the element of having to have the technology physically there at a room to scan people in and out.
Yeah.
Knowing who was in it to send a feedback survey to. It's almost more, but like because you're tracked everywhere you go on the internet, it's easier to say that person was on that page for this time. Send them an alert asking for their feedback. We
do it in loads of ways. And I'm not being too harsh. I think they're all good.
Yeah.
I don't think they're perfect.
Oh, no.
So, for example, lots of our clients use gamification rather than strict attendee tracking.
Yeah.
If they want to know who's in the session, they'll say, right, here's the QR code, or here's, at the end of the session, here's a code even. Let's go old school. 2435. And it checks in that you went to that session, managed your CPD that way. Yeah. We do check-in. Or we do the QR code that you scan yourself as you enter. And so we do all those things. I think they're fine. I was at an event a few weeks ago where big facial recognition setup, cameras in the, as you went into sessions and it was on a couple of them, it looked incredibly expensive rather than included in your technology.
Yeah.
But what I'd love is for you to come up with something that is like that, but without the cost.
Yeah.
So and I think then people would love it.
Yeah, it's an interesting challenge and one I'm looking forward to trying to crack.
Are you just saying that? Are you actually looking forward to it?
I love a challenge. I do love a challenge, especially where it involves hardware. Because as software product designers, software is just like a virtual thing, right? It's just like, it doesn't really exist.
And you do like cameras.
It's always fun when you get to get involved in a bit of hardware, but also try and do it. There's a huge democratization of hardware.
They turn the cameras off day 2.
Yeah, look,
people were a bit freaked out.
We got feedback from the guys that are also on site doing on-site badging that it's not perfect, which technology rarely is. Conceptually, it's the right thing to do.
I do have a client, first time in probably, and obviously our cameras now in our kiosks, we need new ones because nobody seemed to want to use facial recognition for badging. And actually in America, we were having to put stickers over the cameras. Yeah, Even though I'd say to them, we're not using them. They'd been disabled for your event. We're being asked to put stickers because people didn't want to go up to the kiosk. Yeah. But having said that, I've been asked a couple of times this year. So we're going to have to do that
I look
again.
forward to that as well because obviously
That's easy.
Well, again, fundamental, on the face of it, yes, it's easy. I'm interested to know how reliable a simple configuration of I take a selfie, you recognize me in different lighting conditions when I look more tired yesterday than when I took my selfie, whatever it might be, is because it used to be when you were when you do your phone configuration, you're moving your head, it gets you every angle.
I change if I have a longer beard, this thing doesn't recognize me.
Yeah, and if you're not looking at it,
or if
you can't see your eyes, it won't open.
If I get slightly chubbier through the winter months,
who is this guy?
Who is this fat-faced person?
Yeah, so look, it's harder to keep super secure.
And they're all going to be submitting LinkedIn photos from 7 years ago. I don't know why it doesn't recognise me.
That's the problem.
I have no idea why it doesn't recognise me. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Could I walk up with a picture of you and get your badge by putting that in? Does it know it's not a human?
When was your LinkedIn photo done?
So it's the one we had done here. It's probably 3 years old.
I mean, you don't look quite the same.
The previous one was
time has not
10
been
years.
kind.
No, it's been a tough winter.
It's a tough 3 years.
A really long winter.
All right, come on. Attendance tracking, hit me with it.
We haven't even
track.
touched on the first point.
All right, what is it?
Dwell time is gold for sponsors. Talk to me.
So how long someone watches something or is in a place? Yeah, I mean, that's important. So lots of associations will have sponsored sessions. I want to know that someone's in there and is watching the session and for how long. But I also want to know that they enjoyed it. So again, it's the same as what I've said. I think, yes, being there, dwelling doesn't mean you're enjoying. Being somewhere, being present.
Might be tired.
Yeah. My wife's at the London Vet Show. She's absolutely loving it. Session with Brian Cox this morning. Cool. I mean, that's an engaging human, isn't it? That you are going to want to watch.
The physicist, Brian Cox.
Yeah,
What's he doing at a vet show?
Just being amazing.
I mean, it's great. It's a great person to have there, but...
Well, the shows we go, people have got to put up with us.
The physics.
Just imagine if Brian Cox turned up to Event Tech Live last week.
Oh, yeah,
and talked about something other than AI.
Yeah, that would be a dream. He probably would have talked about
No one would turn up because it wouldn't be about AI.
It'd be about particles.
Yeah. Anyway.
So,
dwell time is important.
This is the problem.
Sponsors need to know who's there, and they love to get the list of who was at their sessions. They also like to know how many people visited their stand, but that is more lead capture than attendee tracking. Because an exhibition, and you can look at foot flow on a show, and that's really valuable. And there's great businesses that do that. There's one called Crowd Connected that do just that, like beacon technology.
I love building these tools that do this thing, but you can make data convince you of anything at all, though. Like, what you're talking about there is absolutely right. You can know where everyone went and what everyone did.
Yep.
You don't necessarily know their sentiment. You don't know how valuable they are. Dwell time. You might have a 1-minute conversation with a really valuable person who's just busy and just wants to, has to meet someone else, but is going to be an enormous client for you, but doesn't have a lot of time.
But getting immediate feedback is difficult, isn't it? Because have you ever not hit the green button when co-op asks you how it went?
Exactly. It's like,
have you ever not hit the green button when you leave a toilet?
It's all skewed.
I sometimes don't hit the green button because I think loads of people have touched the green button and I don't want to touch
which
green
is the
button.
most popular button.
Well, because there are millions of people who've just left the toilet and people don't wash their hands. So that's, I elbow touch.
I wouldn't touch one on the way out of a toilet.
Go that, quiche.
How was your experience in this toilet, not touching it?
Yeah, maybe you're right. We need something different though. We need better insight.
Yeah, I mean, so sentiment analysis is interesting, particularly like virtually. If there are a lot of people submitting questions, was the question a positive question? Was it a negative question? In the session chat, what's the mood of people?
AWS has got some pretty cool tools.
There are definitely some things you can. It's easier to do surreptitiously, like trying to figure out. Well, it's actually harder to build, but much easier for the user.
But I know a good show. Like, you feel the energy in a room when you go in there and it's going and it's good at an event.
Definitely.
You know it, you can feel it.
Yeah.
There's so much that's human about that buzz, the excitement.
The guys at IBTM last week were very
they are
complimentary about the
energy.
The energy of the show.
The energy of the show, people were happy, great conversations. You get that buzz. You know when it's flat. Everyone senses it. It stinks, doesn't it? It's like that stench of like.
But you can't really quantify that. You almost have to be there. There is a feel. Anyone who's on the show floor, who's running their own event, will probably have. They maybe won't even need to look at the data to know.
Numbers are part of it. Numbers are part of it. That's why implementation of technology is so important. Give people the value of a piece of technology and how to use it. Get them on it early so they understand the value. Even then, you can have a small audience that's really engaged.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really
valuable audience.
You can have a small, valuable audience.
If
your audience is small and you don't encourage conversations and you don't have that right energy and that feel, then you've got crap numbers and a crap kind of human feedback.
Yeah.
And then you're in trouble.
Number 2.
Have I woken up on the wrong side of bed? I've been a little bit grumpy. I've been a little bit negative about this.
I mean, it's the middle of November.
Yeah. Short days.
Short days. We're in the UK. It's dark. It's rainy.
Pep me up. Come on.
We're all miserable.
Come
on. Here we go then.
Woo!
Session level data beats headcount any day. It reveals actual interests and patterns.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what we've just said.
I think we've probably just covered that, even though we haven't been looking so hard at the cards.
Numbers are not everything. Engaged people who are interested in what you're talking about and come up to you after a session and say, that's of value to me. 2 people do that and you get that feedback. That's more important than purely numbers.
If I look at it from a software development point of view, which is, I guess, my own, it's because that's my experience. You always couple the quantitative data with the qualitative data.
Mm-hmm.
Yet the one is what happened and the other one is why. So you have to have both of those things together. You have to walk the show floor, you have to talk to people, you have to send out surveys, you have to get feedback. You probably need to know how long someone was at a session, what they did while they were in that session, how engaged they were, because they might just be sitting there for an hour and not really listening, might be checking their emails.
I always wait until I've had the opportunity to reflect on both before I decide the effectiveness of something.
Yeah.
I always give it time.
If you're talking about actually, I know we're not here to ideate and things like that, but talking about facial recognition to check in on session, I'd quite like to put it further back. So you're not just walking past it on your way in. It can see the whole audience.
Yeah, people do. I mean, that can be done. It's just hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Yeah,
and
but
I want you to
think
do
we
something
could-
cheaper.
I think we can do something cleverer than that.
Okay.
Build some software that are they engaged? Are they looking down at their phone?
So you
Did they
basically
submit a question?
you've got to have permissions that our camera will look at you and use what you're doing.
Were they there? How long did they stay
How much people
there?
are going to love that?
Did they leave?
When
in the
does
middle of the
CrowdComms stop watching me?
session? Yeah, we're always watching.
God, you're on the train home, pushing a notification. Safe trip. I can see you just going past Borough Market.
You're going to be late for your train. You're going
Yeah.
to have to hurry up. Yeah.
It all just gets a bit weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's why it comes back to what we said earlier. Keep it simple. You do need to know who's in the sessions. You should then find out if they enjoyed themselves, and you should get feedback from them. And you've got to make sure that your focus is on quality of content and quality of collaboration.
But there's already
deliver those things.
We've already investigated with AWS software that knows sentiment from your face.
Yeah.
Obviously, because you're smiling.
Would it tell? It would be like, he's tired.
I mean, I don't smile a lot in those sessions. They'd be like, that guy's miserable. He hated it.
He hated
And
that
inside, I
session.
might be having a great time.
Yeah, you do have sometimes a resting bitch
A
face.
resting, miserable face.
Sometimes.
Does it help people design smarter schedules?
Absolutely. It's almost as if I knew these questions. I think I've covered a bit of
I
this.
think you might have covered this one as well.
It definitely enables you to make decisions about who are the speakers, the timing of sessions. If your event opens at 10 o'clock, the first session at 10 o'clock, and that's a tricky one. If numbers are low, maybe you should open the doors at 9 and the first session be at 10. Definitely have experienced that at events and you get lower numbers. But then, again, lower numbers. Did I just come up with a session that wasn't engaging, or were people just not interested in seeing me, which is why numbers are low? So you've got to have the full picture.
Or did I not do a good enough job of driving traffic to that session? Because the people that are there might have thought that was the best session of the day, but there was only 6 people in the audience.
Yeah, so we've got to make sure that every title we do now is the crystal ball, the crystal ball
Yeah.
for event technology and AI.
I would like to build an AI tool. It might not need to be AI, it could just be a normal algorithm, but a tool that could analyze your audience once you've uploaded them and once you've got information about them, about the quality of what you've done before it happens.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily need to wait until your next event. It could look at the profiles of all those people and say, we think based on your audience, they're going to be really interested in that session and that session, and they're in the smaller rooms. Maybe you should consider moving them, or some sort of expression of interest.
People definitely do, but they use registration to drive those decisions before the event, and then they reflect on before the event decisions and the footfall and the feedback to then make the next season decisions.
I think they're using their expertise to make those, and that's the best way to do it anyway.
Yeah.
But I think maybe we could think about some tools that could accelerate that.
Yeah.
Spotting movement trends. So I guess this is flowing through the event, optimizing live optimization of, goodness me, it's busy over there and there's no one over there.
Yeah.
Should I do something? Yeah, can I do something about it? Should I send out a notification?
Everyone seems to want to really do that over there. Should we move them over to the thing they don't want to do? Yeah. I think humans can just make some decisions. Nobody wants to watch my session. They want to go and watch your session, the crystal ball. Then that is absolutely up to them. Yeah. Do we really, sending alerts to say, you could be missing out on Matt Allen on stage talking about something.
Yeah. Just leave people alone.
Just leave people alone to make decisions. They're very grown up.
Yeah. Figure out why Matthew Allen's session was bad afterwards.
Bad afterwards.
Don't book him
Figure out
again.
why Matthew Allen's session was poorly attended but brilliant afterwards.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard to make these decisions because you can post-justify a lot of things with data. You could definitely, it might be that, we don't want to book Will again because his session there wasn't many people in his session. but actually, compared to everyone else's feedback in every other session, the 6 people that did attend this session really, really loved it.
Yeah.
So there is, no, yeah, you need context around everything, don't you?
You do.
And everything can be argued for. Wonderful. I mean, we've come to the end of what we've wanted to achieve from this event advice video.
Yeah.
I think we've covered everything that attendance tracking can
Tracking
do.
attendance is great. There's loads of different ways to do it. It can help you to make informed decisions about sessions, future sessions. It can help you with people movement. It can appease sponsors. It can appease exhibitors. It can do all of those things. And Will's going to build a really cost-effective facial recognition movement tool
Yeah, I think
that isn't going to cost hundreds of thousands of pounds and is going to work.
It's very inspiring to see some of these things in action when you go to events.
It was cool. It didn't work, but if they can make it work, it will be cool.
Yeah, more power to their elbow. Thank you very much for joining this session. Please remember to like and subscribe. Comment below. Do we have comments on the videos? I think we have comments on the videos.
I'm always a bit scared of comments in case they're rude. But any comments are good.
That'd be why we don't have comments on the videos.
There's been a couple. I mean, I've made a couple.
Hugely abused.
Great video.
Yeah, please stop abusing us.
Inspiring speakers.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of that. A lot of fake comments. Wonderful. All right. We will see you again next time. Have a good one.